Okay, so welcome. Let's do this on the product side. So number one, for insurance, you may heard a lot of different policies, all fancy names, seems complicated, but I will just bring you, it all boils down to simple, 4 different type of coverage. Any names that you have heard of, it all can group under these 4 type of protection. So number one, death benefit and TPD before age 70. We will go into that later. What does all this jargon means? Number 2, critical illness. You might have heard about that, 36 critical illness. So again, we will also go in depth into what is it. Number 3, accident. And number 4, medical. So put it simple in your mind, there are only 4 types of protections that you can offer or anyone could buy from any company. So before I start, I want to share with you about this storytelling experiment. Rob Walker and Joshua Glenn, these two guys, they do a experiment called significant object. You can Google for significant object and you will find their findings. Okay, so what is it about? So they actually buy something very cheap, second hand that people don't want. Example, some of these paper fan, these paperweight, key change. This is just basket. They just buy all these things at second hand. And they bought total 100 items, $128.74. That's it. Okay, they bought it so cheap. And then they put story to every object. All right, they example, okay, this paperweight, when I am primary standard 2, my grandmother I have happened something like this, and then brought me this. He put a story behind this item. And then he put in Amazon for sales. And guess what? All this junk thing, in total, he sold for $3,612.51, which is 30 times 2,700% increase profit from the cost of 128 original price. So what I want to bring to you is whatever we're going to learn today, yes, I can tell you the clause, I can tell you how professionals about the coverage, but eventually what people buy is story. So today, as I bring in the clause about what coverage is, we would also go into storytelling. So a good salesperson, it must be a good storyteller. If you are not, don't worry. This is also part of the skill that we can equip you. Yeah. Don't just think about salesperson as big as Elon Musk, okay, the richest man now. He is telling his story from time to time, how he want to colonize Mars. Steve Jobs, they are all telling a story. How big and how inspiring is your story? That determines how well you can sell. So that's the directions that we're going to move as we bring in technical knowledge. Okay, all right. So yeah, give me a thumbs up if you get, yeah. Okay, let's go. So first thing first, yeah, thanks, Taryn. So first thing first, we go into death benefits and total permanent disability. Okay, so what is it about? Simple. When can I claim? Okay, when I die. Okay, when I have TPD, I can claim, and I claim one lump sum. Okay, that means I claim one time. So first of all, let's go to the definition. So the definition I'm showing you is going to, is actually in the policy contract. Oh, yeah, hi, Derek. Yeah, it's appeared in the policy contract. Because I keep saying that insurance is contract, is black and white. So this is what is written in the contract. So what is the definition of TPD before 70? Or before that, let me clarify a few things. When you when probably because all of you have a different background, so I just have to take it through. When you heard people say, oh, I got insurance, anyone when they say they have insurance, confirm they have death benefit inside. It's just a matter of the amount. Yeah, it can be 10,000, it can be 5,000, as long as somebody have life insurance, be it, oh, I buy medical, but it's under life insurance company. As long as life insurance, confirm must have a death benefit / TPD, must have one. It's just the amount only, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. And this might not be relevant to the premium paid. I can pay 10,000 a year. I can pay 1,000 a year. But the sum assured not necessarily must be directly reflect to the premium. Okay, so now take it away, whatever your previous understanding. So this is just a coverage. All right, as long as have a life insurance, must have death benefit / TPD. Okay, second thing, if somebody say, oh, I have a life 100,000, then it also confirm 100,000 life, that means death. Life means death. When they say I have 100,000 life insurance, means 100,000 death benefit / TPD is together one compo, together package. So it's not like separately by TPD. As long as 100,000 life, it will come along 100,000 TPD. All right. Okay. One more information, a little bit of history. Somewhere in year 2000, that means whoever having policy year 2000 and above, the TPD definition is TPD before age 60. After 2000, the clause changed. It become TPD before 70. So these are some of the minor changes. So again, nobody look at that. Nobody knows it as well. But these are the changes. So I do pay attention to bring up these details to the customers as well. So they're like, oh yeah, my one is 60. Oh, I didn't notice it. Yeah. So, and these changes is industry change. So it's not just Prudential, it's all company, it's Bank Negara basically kind of like control this definition, these clauses. Okay. Okay, now we continue. So TPD meaning total permanent disabled. Okay, if you want to write down total permanent disabled. So you look at, okay, so total permanent disabled. So what does that mean? That's why if you don't look at the clause, a lot of people will feel like insurance cheating. You say total permanent disabled, so my definition and your definition of total permanent disabled might be different. Yeah. Okay. So if I look at the definition number 1, total or total permanent irrecoverable loss of sight. Sight means 2 eyes. Okay. Yeah. Sight means 2 eyes. Thanks, Derek. Yeah. So that means if I one of my eyes, one blind, it's not TPD. Okay. Number 2, loss by severance of limbs at or above wrist. Yeah. So wrist is this part lah. So if I only lost 5 finger, it's still not considered. It have to be above wrist, and it have to be limbs. That means 2 hands. Then only consider definition of TPD. And number 3, or ankle. So leg, the ankle, it must be chopped off here. So it must be limb. Or 2 things, 1 eye, 1 hand, 1 hand, 1 leg. So it must be 2 things to fulfill the definitions of TPD. Okay. All right. So this is the definitions. And number 5, completely unable to engage in any occupation and to perform any work for remuneration profit purpose. Cannot work lah, technically. So you have to fulfill any of this definition, then yes, I can claim my life benefit. About 1 million. If I can fulfill this, I can claim 1 million. So this is what the contract spell. Okay, so far? Okay, simple. Okay, let me see next page first. Okay, next page, death benefit. Let's stay at here. Let's do a little bit of case study. Okay, for this case, I have one customer. Okay, he drive a bike, a big bike, and then he drive in Subang, going down to Federal Highway. And then in the Federal Highway, there's a car cut the lane, and then bang, and then he said, "I'm gone. I totally don't know what happened. The moment I wake up, I'm in hospital." So he admitted to Sunway Hospital. He wake up, half of the body, no feeling. Okay, waist down, no feeling. So after that, he asked me, "Can I claim or not?" I say, "Waist down, 2 legs ma, no feeling ma, claim lah, claim under, put under the cross lah, consider 2 legs function already lah. Okay, let's try and put this claim." So I put in submission, I put in the claim, Prudential reject the claim. I say, "What? Say that 2 legs cannot lah. Insurance cheat people." As an agent, I also would say that. Okay, then I look into the report, I look into the cross, and then Prudential said the doctors put there one of the questions, what is the recovery? And then the doctor put there progressing. So Prudential said it's progressing, it's not permanent. It has to be total permanent disabled. This is progressing, so cannot, it's not fulfilling the contract. So I say, okay, fine. So wait another 3 months, 6 months. I ask customers, you ask the doctor to put there stagnant, no progress. Okay, so doctor said, okay, no problem. Then he put there, because 3 months, the doctor say I cannot write no progress, stagnant, because it's only 3 months. So as a doctor, he said, no, I can. The one thing, the doctor will never write there permanent, because the doctor also worried he gonna sue. You know, why you diagnose me as permanent, whereby, you know, at this stage is still progressing. So the doctor normally, most of the time, so far I never meet any doctor who dare to put permanent. So doctor always put progressing. But the doctor said, okay, so doctor put stagnant. So after the doctor put stagnant, I submit in again. So I said, should be okay lah, stagnant lah. 6 months no progress, stagnant is considered permanent already lah. Prudential reject again, second time. And this time he reject because when he put stagnant, and then Prudential is asked another question. He asked, can the patient stand? And then the doctor put their right leg slightly more strength lah, can stand lah, but cannot walk. So he said, no, like that is considered 1 leg, is also not 2 legs. Wow, jalat. So again, another problem. And then after that, the doctors go back again. The doctor writes on wheelchair. Okay, so come back again, write on wheelchair, cannot work for 2 legs. Another question, he said 1 leg, so I cannot claim under the clause of 2 limbs. So I submit in again, I claim under number 5th clause. I said I'm claiming unable to engage in any occupation. So instead of claiming 2 limbs, now I claim cannot engage in any occupation for work, because prior to this, he is a salesperson, he has to travel. And then the doctor put there, he's on wheelchair. And Prudential, another question, can he work under wheelchair-friendly environment? The doctor say yes. So again, reject, saying that cannot claim, because he can work. He can work under a wheelchair-friendly environment. So after that, I interviewed the customers. The customers say, how to work? Can you tell me in Malaysia as an executive, which company will give me disabled car park? And then how many office it's actually suitable for disabled person? And even a lot, and most of the time, the office will actually need to touch card, and the door is big. On wheelchair, how do I do that? And the doctor put there, I have to do some stress exercise every 15 to 30 minutes. So I put down all the points. appeal saying that these conditions, how to get the job. I challenge that Prudential, do you even have this facility if your staff were to in these conditions? And then Prudential say, okay, and approve. And then go claim the death benefits or TPD under these benefits. So this is one of the claim experience that I go through. So the message I want to bring to you is the definition is it's there, it's flat one, but do you know how to play the game with it? So to me, policy is important. You need to know it. That makes the difference. And to me, agent is more important than the company. The agent is more important than the products. So that is one of the example for TPD. Okay, all right. Yep, can we move on? Okay. Yep, number 2, death benefit. Okay, so just now is TPD, but both of them are under same sum assured. We call that, let's say I cover 100,000, so that 100,000 is called sum assured. So it's for these 2 benefits. So death benefit is very straightforward. Mati, as long as I mati, then I can claim a deal. So is there any exclusions? So if I buy, is there any possibility that I cannot claim or not? So there is no waiting period. I buy, you accept me. As long as you accept me, that's covered already. Okay, so no need to wait. It's not like I have to wait for how long before these benefits can take effect. Okay, so number 2, maybe I want to ask you, do you think is there anything that death benefit don't cover? Any one of you, let's have some understanding so I know where what is your current understanding. Anything you think death benefit that not cover? Anyone? Or maybe I ask you, how about suicide? Hey, I buy already and then I go and kill myself. Can claim or not? Death benefit? What do you think? Who say yes? Who say no? Okay. We have Jin say no, suicide cannot claim. Hey, you buy then you go and mati, not fair. Terence say 1 year. Oh, okay. First year cannot claim, second year can claim. Simon also said no. Okay. Now the answer is even suicide also can claim, but the policy must enforce for more than 12 months. Yeah, Terence is correct. Okay. So this is the contract that you're signing, although that means you sign on it. Don't kill yourself first. You hold your horse. After 1 year, you can kill yourself. You can also claim the benefit. Yeah. So if anyone plan to kill yourself, okay, buy first, then tahan 1 year. Okay. So maybe after 1 year you don't feel like dying, so it save your life. Okay. And it's 24 hours worldwide. Any part of the world die also cover, as of course you have to provide the death certificates. Okay, so that is death benefit. Okay, let's discuss a bit more. How about missing? Can I claim? Can I go and do a police? Now I go and make a police report. I say, hey, my wife missing, not coming home since last month. 1 month already, not coming home, missing already. I make police report already. Can I come and claim death benefit or not? What do you think? What do you think? Come, let's see. What do you think? Can claim or cannot claim? No. Okay, say no. Okay, Adam say no. Okay, yes, correct. Not yes, correct. The answer is cannot claim because in Malaysia law, if you disappeared, you lost, you make report, after 7 years, government will give you a death cert. So when you have a death cert, yeah, then Prudential will pay. So it's not that Prudential don't want to pay, because there is government didn't confirm that you did. So of course we cannot pay. Yeah. Okay. So so this one, it will relate back to MH17. Yeah. MH17, the flight disappeared. It's disappeared. So during that time, everyone is waiting for Prime Minister announcement, whether Prime Minister would would Prime Minister issue the death certificate. That means the government say that, yeah, all the passengers are dead. Then straight away, we issue the claim check. Or else we cannot, because as a company, we also must honor the clause in the policy contract. We also cannot simply pay. If not, they will be like, CEO, is this your relative, or is this your brother? Why you pay? Why you allow the sum assured 5 billion to pay? So you see, this is a listed company, is governed by Bank Negara. So everyone need to comply to the clauses. So a lot of people say, hey, insurance, you all don't pay. No, you got nothing. This not belong to anyone's money. It's public money. Okay. All right. So okay, Jean asks, is it all the life insurance death benefit have the same clause and term? Are they the same, or are they different from the companies? Okay. Now the answer is same. Yeah. So that's why I always say the product is not the major difference in any insurance company. It's just like asking the FD I put in OCBC Bank versus Maybank, Standard Chartered Bank, RHB Bank. Are there a lot of different? Maybe a little bit difference. You no need to queue. Maybe they give you the book, the bank statement nicer. They send and very, very minor different. But what the real competition is service. Yeah. So financial industry, public funds is always in this competition. Yep. So right. So yep, that's the death benefit. Okay, let's move on the death benefit. How about TPD before age 70? Okay, any exclusions? How about just now death benefit all cover? Okay, but how about TPD? Suicide. Okay, that means if I try to kill myself, I jump out from 8th floor. If I die, no problem, paid after 1 year. But if I jump down from 8th floor, I don't die. I lost 2 legs. Sorry, cannot claim. So you have to kill yourself, make sure to go 8th floor, must go 18th floor, make sure die. All right. So attempt suicide or self-inflicted. Okay. And it have said whether you sane or insane. See, that's the cost put down clearly. Okay. You sane or insane also don't care. Traveling in aircraft other than commercial licensed aircraft over established route. So that means if you are taking a flight, the Mars Airline, it's a commercial flight, it's covered. But if you're traveling on your own private jet, that one not covered. It must be commercial line, established route. It means fixed one. Okay. Any involvement of hazard sport such as parachuting, skydiving, bungee jump, okay, that one not covered. Okay, so this one is auto apply. Okay, auto apply. Okay, let's continue. So, all right, fine. Now I understand there is this particular coverage in insurance, death or TPD as one. I can buy 100,000, 1 million, 5 million. Okay, so how does it help? What can I do with it? Okay, number one, it is a guaranteed paid amount. It's just a matter of time, unless somebody won't die lah, or else it's guaranteed paid already lah. Even suicide also paid already lah. Okay. So there are only few possibility. If the death happened at the younger age before I start to work, then it serves as an appreciation for the family who has been supporting and investing on you. So I always say, today you not work yet, but you are building your value. So sooner or later you will be a money making machine. So that is as appreciation or is a coverage of your value. If that happened at adulthood after working, okay, so it will help to continue support the family, the survivors, the parents, the siblings. Okay. And if the death happened at the middle age, which is after marriage, settle down, you have children, it will help to take care of the family, fulfill the responsibility as a spouse, as a parent. And even the death happen at the old age, then it will serve as a legacy for next generation. And also sometimes when I talk to someone who is senior, 50, 60, I say you invest in so many others investment vehicle. If you don't mind, would you consider invest in your own life? Confirm one, guaranteed you're going to leave this world someday in the future, and whatever you invested, it multiply and serve as a legacy for your next generations. Yeah, provided you don't plan to touch this part of the money. Yeah, so it can be a legacy planning. So generally, I just want to let you have a look at it. Is death and TPD is actually can apply for all different stage of life. Yeah, or more so, I would say if you have a money printing machine, this printing machine can print money every month without fail. Would you buy insurance on this machine? If you have a factory, your machines in your factory, you also insure 1 million, 2 million, because that machine, something wrong with the machines, your factory doesn't work, it affects your company's revenue. But how about yourself? You are that money-making machines for your family. Would you also invest? Also, would you also insure yourself as a machine? So, yep, that's it. Simple. That you heard most of the time for insurance, death, and TPD. Okay, next, let's continue, move on. Yep, is there questions? Okay, how long does it normally take to pay out? Okay, let's stop for a while. Let's answer direct questions. So, okay, how long is the claim process? Okay, for the claim process, after collected all the necessary documents, Prudential receive all the documents, 2 weeks, then it will pay out. So the delay can be the document collection part. Yeah. So example, death cert. So death cert, you have to wait for the government to issue, and then post-mortem. Sometimes it depends on whether the deceased do the post-mortem for post-mortem reports, and also the doctor who certified on the death of the patient and the diagnosis, because the certification will put there what is the cause of death. Yeah. So because I might claim under accident, I might claim under illness, so they need to know the actual diagnosis, the reason for the death. Yeah. So it depends on how fast is the collections of document. But once all document is done, 2 weeks we can get the claim. So with experience, normally what we will do, we will get the document ready as soon as now it's so much easier. I mean, comparing those days when I first started, we need a hard copy. Nowadays, all email. So we basically can email to the hospital and get the hospital to help us to get ready. So now it's so much more efficient. Even during MCO also, we don't have to go to hospital. Yeah. Does it fall under will and testament? Testament. You're talking about the legacy part, right? For insurance, we will straight away pay. We won't go to the will. We don't have to go. We don't have to follow the will distribution, because Insurance Act would have you basically can nominate and we can straight away pay out, and we can even make it into a trust. We call that auto trust. Yeah, because in Financial Services Act, insurance money that pay out, it will turns into auto trust. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Good questions. Yeah. Okay. Adam's asking, is TPD death benefit the same, or can the person claim TPD and subsequently death benefits? Good questions, Adam. Death and TPD is same sum assured. That means if I claim TPD, I already claimed the sum assured. Basically, death benefit becomes zero already. So you won't claim TPD and claim death benefit subsequently. That will be most of the time. That will be most of the policy set up. I don't say 100%, but it's like 99 lah. Hardly you will have a setup of policy where TPD and death has a separate, we call that a separate sum assured. They are 99% is all same sum assured. Yeah, unless they buy separately a TPD sum assured, yeah, which we can tailor make. But most of the time they just put same sum assured, yeah, for life and TPD. Yeah, okay, yeah. Wow, very good. This class all very good, man. All go deep. Okay, meaning to say, if I claim TPD, then can I buy another death benefit? The chances will be very, very slim, and it depends. Okay, let me see how to answer that. Okay, if the reason of, let's say, if the reason I lost my 2 limbs is due to accident, okay, accident, I lost my 2 limbs, I claim TPD, and then can I buy another death benefit? Now I'm disabled. I'm disabled. I can still have a chance to buy life insurance death benefit. Okay, so the answer for that scenario, yes. Now I give it another scenario. I'm diabetic, and then I need to do treatment and surgery to cut off my 2 limbs. I can claim TPD or not? Yes, I can also claim TPD. But in this case, it's more on the internal illness. The chances of death benefit, the risk may be very high that the insurance company might, most of the time, might decline this application for life application. So I would say after claim TPD, you can still try to apply, but it depends on the health condition at that time. Yeah. Yeah. So Loges says, after TPD, can I still claim for critical illness? Basically, when you claim TPD, you can claim critical illness. Later we will, okay, not later, over here. Let's say in the critical illness, paralysis of limbs. So there might be some overlapping of definitions that I can basically claim both TPD and critical illness. Yeah. There's one more that I also 24 loss of independent existence. So TPD I would also patch into 24 to claim for both. So for TPD, normally I will claim together. Derek asks, this might sound silly. No worry, no, nothing silly. Assuming I have 3 insurance, am I able to claim all 3 TPD? Okay, the answer is yes. TPD, death benefit, there's no limit. Okay, now I want to apply for 5 million. And then I go to another company. When I apply for another 5 million, the company there would be a questions. Do I also have others policy with another company? And how much is that? If I say, oh, I got 5 million with Prudential, I got 5 million with AIA. Now I want to buy another 5 million from Allianz. Then they would ask why you need 15 million. If they accept it, if they say, okay, we accept it, then when I make claim, they have to pay it, because insurance contract is based on entry point. Now I'm healthy. Now I buy, you accept it. That is called entry point, entry of the contract. So it's not based on the claim. It's not based on exit. So life insurance contract is based on entry point. So today I'm healthy, I buy, entry point. Today I want to buy 15 million. I'm very rich. So you want to accept me, entry point. This contract jalan already. So when claim the time, no questions. Yeah. So that's why life is entry point. Just suddenly go more technical. General insurance is based on exit point. That means when you want to make claim, they will check. Hey, you didn't lock your door. You didn't lock your. The loss of is because of you didn't lock the door, so that's why we don't pay. So for general will be on exit point. So that's why life is quite clear one. When you apply, if you are clear, the contract okay. When claim, it won't have problem. So a lot of problem is entry point got problem. Then they chase, they go back to the beginning of the contract saying that you didn't disclose certain thing. So it's the entry point got problem. Yeah. Okay. So right. Another question by Jin. If I claim TPD, but can I buy other life insurance that also cover the death? Basically, okay. Basically, when you claim TPD, the condition is considered quite bad already, because we're talking about either you cannot work for profit, you lost 2 limbs. So normally, whatever you want to buy will be very, very slim to get it, I will say that. So the chances to get any other coverage is very difficult. So, and you bracket medical cards more, medical card even more difficult to get, because there are so many, the customer that I said that he claimed for the TPD, subsequently he frequently injured himself because of inconvenience in walking. Yeah, I got another customer blind also, also same, very frequently injured because adapting to that new habit. It keep on banging somewhere, lost a teeth here, here's stitches very, very often. Yeah. Okay. So asking, answering for direct questions, only claim based on receipt, restricted to claim for more than one time. So yeah, that means whatever you paid with receipt, you claim back the receipt. But life, there's no value to it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Terence also add on, if you want to, if let's say after I TPD, I want to buy, the premium can be very high because you are considered a high risk group. It's not fair. Imagine now 6 of us, we all share the money. Say whoever injured will take whoever pass away or critical illness will take the money. And then you belong to the high risk group. Of course, you got higher chance to claim that pool of money. So you have to pay extra premium. So that's why it will be very high. Yeah. All right. Very good. I love the interactions. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so let's continue. After the death and TPD, we continue to move on. So the next one is called critical illness. So right now, the definitions for critical illness are 43 types. We're talking about 4 to 5 years ago, the critical illness is 36 types. So the time most people will say something like 36 critical illness, 36 critical illness. And right now, the definitions have go into 43. So I also give you more technical understanding. They are actually 40. Oh, sorry, I forgot 46 or 47. That means Bank Negara, they are 47. You choose 43. You can only choose 43. Whatever company you can, from here, you choose 43. So these are the 43. So if you ask me, then Prudential 43 and another company 43, seriously, I don't know. I didn't study their 43. Maybe got one different, but it's all standardized one. Last time 36 also same. Last time 36 is from 39, you can choose 36. Whatever you choose, you can choose 36. So generally, most of the time all same. Only one, maximum 2 difference. Yeah. So these are all the 43 definitions here: stroke, heart attack, kidney cancer, bypass. Okay, number 5, some of the common one. Okay, I mean, these are all common, you can understand. Kidney stroke, bypass. Okay, heart bypass. Okay, if you look at up there, okay, the illness listed below, except angioplasty and other invasive treatment for coronary artery disease. So that means heart blockage if you do balloon. Okay, I'm not sure you'll understand. The heart got 3 main veins who pump and bring the blood to every part of the body, and the vein kind of like traffic jam stuck already. So either you do a bypass to build a flyover bridge so that you go around the jam part so the blood can continue jalan, or you do angioplasty, we call that balloon, to open one more lane, okay, make it wider. Okay, so that's called angioplasty. Yeah. Okay. So So for angioplasty, okay, wait. So for angioplasty is not considered critical illness. Bypass is critical illness. Okay. All right. So that's the clarification, because a lot of people got heart problem and then they say, I do balloon, ma. No, balloon is not. Okay. But balloon, Prudential will pay 10% of your sum assured. That means if I buy 1 million, I can pay 10%, which is 100,000, up to maximum 200,000 for a balloon. Okay, the rest, you get any of the 43 critical illness, you can claim full critical illness amount. Okay, comma, a little bit. I suddenly like become doctors like that. Okay, the definition of cancer is two things. Okay, the definition of cancer, you have a growth in the body, you have a growth, and the growth is malignant. Okay, the medical term called malignant. So that means it's cancerous. Malignant means cancerous. Number two is invasive. That means it's spreading. So two definitions. Okay, the growth is cancer, and then it's also growing. Thanks, Derek, for bringing in angioplasty. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so two definitions for cancer. Okay, so the cancer happen in different part of body also can, because people ask me, then breast cancer can, ovary cancer can, nose cancer can. Okay, cancer, malignant, and it's spreading. Okay, that one cancer already. Okay, but there is one part, no-lead malignant one also can claim, that is called brain. So it's benign. Okay, so the growth is benign. That means the growth it's okay one. It's not malignant. It's not aggressive one. It's benign, and that benign tumor growth in the brain is considered critical illness, because brain is very dangerous surgery. So that's why for brain is tumor only. For other part of the body have to be cancer. Okay, and then blind, deafness, third degree burn, HIV infection due to blood transfusion. HIV, if you can prove due to blood transfusion, these are very, very difficult to prove, very, very difficult. Which hospital or medical center would say their fault in doing blood transfusion and causing you to have HIV? So this one no need to full blown. That means don't need to have the complication lah. It just proved to have a positive candidate lah. And then flu-borne, yeah, full-blown means I don't care how it happened, but if full-blown already, then can claim it. That it doesn't check on the cause of it, yeah. And then lung, end-stage lung disease, major organ transplant, loss of speech, brain surgery. So it's kind of the same now. This one brain surgery for any reason, but brain surgery. Heart valve, okay, loss of dependence. This one I've forgotten already. I came across this before, but it's quite some years I've forgotten already. Head trauma, okay. Okay, the rest I'm not very sure. I know Alzheimer's and Parkinson is more old persons that lost memories. Okay, and then Alta is also heart problem, cirrhosis. Okay, this one cardio also something to do with heart. Heart actually quite a lot. It's the same heart problem, but different type of, because our heart got 4 chambers, so different chamber problems would be a different name, yeah. And then SLE, SLE is more happen to lady. Okay, muscular dystrophy, I've claimed once for this one as well. And any illness, as long as doctor say it's terminal, so it can put under 39 of it, yeah. So some of these I also not very familiar. I just know these are the few common ones normally when I explain to customers. So these are the 43 critical illness. Again, always, I love what is the possible of cannot claim. So waiting period number 1. So what is the waiting period? For heart attack, heart problem, basically heart coronary artery disease, heart problem as well, and cancer, okay, the waiting period is 60 days. So let's stop a little bit. We can do some discussion as well. Let's say I buy the policy. Today I buy the policy, and then 60 days ma. Okay, I wait 2 months, 60 days a day. Then I go and see doctor. I say, hey doctor, I heart pain, my heart pain. Can you check for me? And then the doctor check. Oh, wow, this one, your heart really blocked already. Wow, fulfill heart attack. So, can claim or not? So 60 days, I buy already. I wait 60 days only, I go and see doctor. 60 days, 61 days, I go and see doctor. And doctor say, okay, I memang got heart attack. Can I claim or not? So let's see what is your answer. Okay. I love these type of discussions. Okay, yeah, we got come in. Okay, yes, Adam say yes. Okay. Logia say yes. Okay, Terence say it depends. The doctor report whether it's existing heart attack or not. Okay. The customer's going to tell you, I don't know. I just go and see the doctor. The doctor just tell me I'm heart attack today. 61 days today only I know I'm heart attack one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Jin said, yeah, but you say entry point. Yeah, correct. These are all related. Okay. But the customer said, I tell my best knowledge. When I buy the time, I really don't know. My heart really perfectly fine one. Entry point, I'm telling the truth. Okay. Okay. So that's why let's come back to what what is in the slide. The slide says symptom of illness occur 60 days after policy cover commence. So what is the symptom of heart attack? Heartache. So the doctor will ask you, your heartache for how long already? Doctor will ask you how long you have suffered the pain. If you say, oh, 1 month already, okay, sorry, tak boleh already. Yeah, gone already, Terence said. Okay, so after 60 days, only you can have discomfort of your chest somewhere. Then only you can see the doctor. So insurance company would also be, after 60 days, you have pain, and then the next day you go and see doctor. Wow, you pain one day, you go and see doctor. So insurance company will be suspicious. Or are you sure or not? After 60 days, 61 days, you pain, and then 62 days, you go and see doctor. They will investigate. Yeah. So what the doctor write in the report is very important. So that's why Terence said it depends on doctor's reports. Exactly. That is the reason why. And the most important question I always tell my clients, they ask you when you start to have the pain, the discomfort. The pain can never start, it have to start after the waiting period. Okay, so at least today you attend this, you know how to make your claim. Okay, is it possible to have your check-in overseas? Do you mean can insurance company check your overseas record? Do you mean by that? Yep. Okay. So far they cannot check lah. I don't want to say overseas lah. Even local also they cannot check lah. Actually, they only can check with some local hospital who have link up system, or else normally what insurance company will do, they will say investigation, and they will send letter to all your nearby clinics in your registered address. If you put there Cheras, they will probably send to the clinics nearby your resident area and ask them, do you consult them for this discomfort, this symptom before or not? That's what they can do only. And they can check also nearby hospital, see if you have consulted any of this before. That's what they can investigate. But they still have to come back to you. They cannot be dragging and not pay. So yeah, most of the time customer win, to be honest. Yeah. Because I have friends who normally do health check in Singapore and Thailand. One of them got diagnosed. Only he came back to Malaysia to buy a big insurance. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's how that is what, when you know the contract and you know the game, yeah, that's how you play. And make sure you keep the checkup report safely. Don't go to insurance hand. Don't go to any insurance company hand. Yeah. Then basically, yes, you are quite safe with that. One of the things very interesting is, let's say the TBD I mentioned, the case that I encountered, Prudential never check any never send any adjuster to the hospital. Okay, come and take photo to see if you really lost your leg. To come and take photo if you really look sick. There's no adjuster. Basically you're very healthy and you give me all this report, I submit, the money will go to your account. Yeah, if you can provide the reports only. Yeah, so to me, there's no way insurance company can cheat you. Only you can cheat insurance company. No wonder insurance. Okay, good one. Yeah, and it also spells the pooling of the fund goes to whose hand? Okay, so at least now after this, you know how to play the game to your advantage. All right. Okay. For other disease other than heart attack, okay, coronary and cancer, for all others, 30 days only. The symptom happen after 30 days. So remember this symptom, because symptom is very key for all the claims. It's always the problems of claim always is because of the date in the symptom. A lot of customers always in front of the hospital, very long already, many years already, since young I already like that. Oh, gone, man. So that is always the the culprit. Yeah. And also doctor, they don't like to change their report. Whatever they written, you want to ask them to go back to change one word. Wow, have to, like, I don't know, really fight so hard that the doctors, I'm not sure, probably they're acting, they're not allowed to do this or what, I'm not sure. So they are very, very careful. They don't change the words. Yeah. Exclusions. So what are the things that is not covered in the exclusions in this game? Okay. Number one, no benefits are payable for congenital conditions or illness caused directly or indirectly. What is congenital? Anyone knows what is congenital illness? Anyone? Congenital. Okay. Congenital means factory default. Factory default. Memang you born with it. Yeah. So I have customers who memang born, the heart got hole, but he don't know until he is 40, I think they're 48 already. Then only he know, I'm 8 years old. I also never know my heart got a hole. Yeah. And then, so these are congenital. So again, up to the doctors to argue if this is congenital. And their illness doctor say this confirmed congenital and there's no way to develop after birth one. That is congenital. So it don't care any reason, as long as it's congenital. Okay, what about virus or COVID? Okay, let's say example COVID. COVID, let's say COVID is an illness, and then it attack your lung. If the lung go into end stage, that fulfill critical illness, then you claim under end stage of the lung under there, or maybe a coma. You claim under the coma in critical illness. So COVID itself is not a critical illness. Yeah, it lead to what stage that can fulfill the critical illness. Yeah. Okay. Wow, 10 already. I have to speed up. So yeah, next I only tell you some congenital stories. So there are so many claims. So these are this is how my customer don't find it boring to talk insurance with me. they'll find it fun to know how people die or how people go with different conditions. Illness directly or indirectly caused by existing of AIDS, except point 20 and point 31. This one, we go into that later. Okay. So, okay, so next, okay, fine. Okay, we know what is critical illness. Okay, I know what is this coverage about. How does it help? Okay, what can I use for this? So, after, if I diagnose of critical illness, so most likely I might need to stop working for at least 6 months to 3 years to have a good rest and rebuild the strength. And during this time, my commitment are still there, my car loan, my housing loan. You think the bank is going to say, "Aya, you know, so teruk lah, the fella so chama, let's waive 3 months of installment lah." No, they will still charge you interest. They will still increase penalty, and they will still let along the house. So the critical illness will help to maintain the lifestyle, because I think the illness is pain enough already. You don't want to have more mental challenge, the stress. And it helps to maintain all the expenses, commitment, especially loan. And also alternative treatment, because during that time, a lot of people will come to you saying that these products, that products, ginseng, all kind. So I feel my experience is a lot of time the family member feel bad, like they don't want to feel regret for not trying their best. Yeah, that is the emotional consumptions. I want to do my best. Yeah, and then before this, there's one more point that I came across. A lot of patients, when they have critical illness, they might incur a lot of costs in renovation at home. Example, they need to accessible to toilet, they have to renovate, move from first floor to ground floor. The toilet have to be bigger because it have to be wheelchair accessible. So these are also some of the costly expenses. Yeah, getting a personal nurse. So these are also other expenses that is on top of the medical bill. So here we are not talking about medical bill, because medical bill will cover by medical card, which we will cover another day. So this is what critical illness can come into the picture. And of course, for businessmen, the working capital is important for any business, because if I'm critically sick, the company would need extra cash to maintain, because all the suppliers, creditors, they were worried that if the owner something wrong, pass away, they cannot get back their collection. So they will basically speed up. They're like, hey, I had to reduce the facilities, yeah, the credit line, the credit. So the working capital parts, if you have extra cash, that will be very, very helpful for business. Yeah. And this one, we also use it as a protected retirement savings idea. So for example, we have other investment plan. For example, I invest 1,000 a month. If I got critical illness, Prudential, you invest on behalf of me every month 1,000 on my behalf, because I plan to invest 1,000 for my retirement, like EPF. But if I got cancer already, then I cannot work. I lost my job. So does that mean I am not eligible to retire or not deserve to retire? No, I want to protect my retirement. So if I got cancer, my retirement cannot have cancer. So you have to invest on behalf of me 1,000 a month for the rest of my life until I retire. So that one is a protected retirement saving idea. So a lot of businessmen love that idea. So because if you have cancer, if I cannot work, so my EPF stop as well. So if I stop, EPF stop, then what happened to my retirement? So we we use that as a protected retirement saving idea. Yeah, same apply to education as well for my children. Income replacement, protect the pride. The pride. Yeah, life can get critical illness, but our dream does not necessarily be in critical ill. Yeah, so we use for income replacement. Yeah. So normally, rule of thumb, we will try to get customer to protect 4 years annual income. Yeah, rule of thumb. Generally, when they ask, so how much should I have? They will say, if possible, you protect 4 years as a rule of thumb. Then, of course, we will go study more in depth. Depends on your expenses and commitment. Are you supporting anyone? Yeah. So, well, that is critical illness. Okay. So for critical illness, you can buy different riders, and then they will pay a little bit different. So either is lump sum, that means I buy 1 million. I got cancer, you pay me 1 million. Or premium waive or insurance company pay on behalf, which is what I say, I invest 1,000. If I got cancer, you invest on behalf of me. Yeah. So so before I move on, I would want to pass to Enoch. Yeah, Enoch have a very good experience making a critical illness claim, especially in AIDS. He has 2 cases, right? Enoch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To claim for the full-blown AIDS.
Yeah. So so I pass to Enoch. Let Enoch share on his experience. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Hi everyone. So as Kevin mentioned, I have few experience for the critical illness claim. 2 is from the full-blown AIDS, and 1 is from the coma. And actually, you for the critical illness, I'm not sure you have read your insurance policy. What is the requirement for the critical illness terms? Means, for example, just now Kevin mentioned heart attack, coma, cancer. Actually, in the policy, they have a few requirements. As long as we fulfill the requirement, or the customer fulfill the requirement, or your friends fulfill the requirement, they are able to claim. Then for the full-blown AIDS, actually they got 2 very simple requirements. One requirement is normally for HIV patient, hospital or the medical term will use the CD4 to measure the illness seriousness. Means, like, for example, dengue, we will use the platelet. So for full-blown AIDS or the HIV patient, they will use CD4. So when the CD4 is below 200, this is one of the requirement need to be fulfilled if need to claim for the critical illness. And another one is within the 6 months after the diagnosis, then the body weight reduced more than 10%. These 2 together, they already can claim for it. And these 2, I can say that the requirement is considered quite easy to fulfill, because both of the claim of my customer or patient now is considered after they take the medicine, take the treatment, their CD4 is increased back. So for now, I can say that they even can go diving or travel all around. Yeah. Then, but for the requirement, means the black and white in the policy is one of them we need to pay attention. But another thing is under the claim form, because when the claim form also we need to very serious or very detailed. Even a doctor, they may fill out the wrong portion of the claim form. So I give you an example. I'm not sure I can share. Yeah, I can share the. Okay. Okay. So if you can see that this is critical illness claim for other illness, in the claim form they go few category like cancer, coma, or different, and this one is all the different other illness which we can use this claim form. And we mentioned just now for HIV, actually majority you can see that here got 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, they got a different column or different portion they need to fill out for doctor. So for the 1, 2, 3, you can see that the column is the same. The doctor need to fill out portion A, B, M, and N, but only for full-blown abs, the doctor are not need filled out the portion B. The doctor only need to fill out the portion C. So I will skip the A, M, N because it's the same. If you want to explore this further later, we can share. You can ask us, then we can share the claim form for you for the study. But very fast, the section A is just a medical report for the patient. So okay, what's the difference between section B and section C? If you see the section B, because the claim is due to infection, HIV infection due to the blood transfusion, or it's because the occupationally acquired HIV. For example, the doctor or the nurse, they do the surgery for the customer, for the patient, and they infected. So they need to know that the history, how did the patient contact the HIV? Is it due to the sex activity, physical, and blah, blah, blah things, or the occupational exposure? Means they are really get the HIV from their occupation, or they get the HIV due to the sexual activity. And also they will ask whether the patient is a homosexual or sexual worker and so on. Then, but if you go to section C, they only will ask, is still the HIV antibody test is done or not? Or they call the Western blot test, yes or no? Yeah, this is where I mentioned just now. They are very pay attention, what is the CD4 cell count? Is more than 200. If doctor write down more than 200, then you definitely cannot claim, except you get another, because the CD4 may drop from time to time. Maybe first time you check is more than 200. Then after that, maybe lower than 200. Then you need to get the lower than 200 that medical report from the doctor, because this report is signed filled out by doctor one. So other words, does the patient have the evident opportunity infection related to tumors? This is another issue lah. But if the tumors, they will see what is the scenario. Is it due to the cancer or so on? So this is the second thing is mentioned that whether this one of it will be involved or not. The other illness, and also I think okay here not I think this is a new form. Another one is they will request to know that the body weight whether reduced or not. So one of my experience is when my patient want to claim under this full-blown abs, and they send to the doctor, the government, this one definitely is a government hospital, doctor sign one, especially like Clinic Kesehatan. The doctor filled out the portion B. Then after I see the doctor filled out the portion B, I tell the customer and also tell the doctor this is wrong, because in the beginning here, because the potential will come out, tell the doctor which category they need to fill out. The doctor tick here, but they filled out the portion B. So I tell the doctor this is totally wrong. You need to refill it. And the first time they filled out the whole report, it takes 4 weeks. Then the second time, when I request them, early morning we submit, in the afternoon we get the report already. Exactly the same report. So the doctor just not really fill, wait for this part and just only fill for section B. So means that when you, first of all, we need to study the policy because policy that one is black and white. But for the claim form, you also need to really pay attention which part will be impact for the claim or not. Because black and white here is like Kelvin mentioned that if you claim under full-blown abs, they will not care how you get it. But here also definitely, this one I think is recently in, because in previously they didn't in. But we know that when you claim, you need to. That is why when you tell the doctor, you need to know what is the correct word. You need to tell the doctor what is the information you need to provide correctly. Like Kelvin mentioned just now, if your doctor asks you how long ago, long time ago, then you give the wrong information, then they may cause the claim be rejected. So that is why I feel I feel very glad I can help at least 2 of my friends, and now I can say that not really suffer because they are controlled very well, and even they go to the diving frequently. Yeah. So yeah, this is one of the example. Another one is a coma, but I think due to the time, yeah, that's all I want to share for it. Yeah, thank you. I pass back to Kevin.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, due to the time, we don't have time to really dive into every claim. There are a lot of interesting claim story. I talk about suicide. One suicide case, how you decide if it's a suicide. Yeah, this is the thing that sometimes I know we discuss with the customers. Do you think suicide jump from top of the building? You think it's jump like that, the head down, or you think it's like that, sleep and go down like that? So yeah, so these are some of the investigations Prudential will engage to kind of like confirm lah, especially if there's no solid proof whether it's suicide or not suicide. Congenital, I have one case whereby the customers born with one testicle, guy, yeah, only with one ball, and then subsequently have this prostate cancer for male, and then again Prudential rejects, saying that that's congenital. So again, go to the clause and then talk to Prudential and we fight, and I managed to get the claim to prove that this is not congenital. So to me, I feel that agents play a very, very important role when it comes to claim into clause, and many times I do feel like very, very close to a lawyer. So this is some things I want to bring to you. So it's not just about how good you can sell. I think all of you are so right that you asked me from the very beginning, what is the positions of an agent? End of the day, are we just doing a sales? What's so special? And then I need to know the product. Yeah, I think we are absolutely right on the same picture. So okay, so for the 4 coverage, today we have covered death benefit and TPD before age 70 and critical illness. Next Tuesday, we would, because last week I said the wrong day, next Tuesday, we will cover the accident and also the medical part on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, we will cover the investment parts. Yeah. So let's have a quick one. Let me understand where are you now. So what is your takeaway for tonight? Any things that that is still fresh in your mind that you find interesting, or something that, oh yeah, I learned this. Yeah, let's hear from you. You can unmute and tell me. Yeah. Yeah. Let's hear from you. Yes, Lourdes.
Yes, Kevin. Yeah, it was actually quite eye-opening in terms of a claim-wise. Give us a lot of idea. I mean, give me a lot of idea how the claim process.
How to claim others.
Yeah, it's not only selling the product, and then like no sell is not done, and then when they come back, and then how the agent need to help out the clients, in terms of getting back the claims, and it could be rejected few times, and then we need to know like each and everything, where to fight for the rights for the customer. So that was a quite I feel quite interesting, quite benefit as well. I mean, whether I'm joining or not joining, is like a kind of a very good knowledge, So how the claim process is, and then as an agent, what you can expect and what you need to be prepared, to fight all the things. So yeah, I find it's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thanks that you do take home something. Yeah, Jin.
Oh, yes. Because after the last session, I asked you about do we need to remember all the policies that we sold to our clients?
Yeah.
But after these sessions, then I can truly understand that you actually doesn't need to remember all of it, because you will know it right before you start this job. Then as an agent, then I'll know is anything that you can claim, or is there anything that it is unable for the clients to claim it lah. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. Or anything is to not normally for me, it's whenever customers call, end of the day, there's only two things. Number one, probably just to ease your, to have some peace of mind. Whenever customers call, I will always be, okay, let me check. And then of course we have system. I don't have to remember. I will just have to key in the name, and then I will know that when the policy started. So I will tell him this is your policy start date. So your any symptom that you're going to say, it got to be what date onward. So basically you are safe already lah. Yeah, and then the next thing is what happened to you right now? What you may possibly be claiming? Is it accident? Is it critical illness? Is it medical? So I will just say, yeah, which is the rider we can claim for, and then take note of what when the doctor asks you. So these are the things that I will just give them that few pointer. So after a while, it's not that difficult. So it's become more interesting stories on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terence, how about you? You have experience with that? Yeah, so some good refresher.
Yeah, actually, especially on the a lot of those claim for the heart issue. So I think I gained quite some additional knowledge from you today. Basically, especially on the heart issue, any claim that related to heart issue. Yeah, and also I think servicing is the most important part for as an agent. Yeah, not just about sales actually. The servicing is very important for as an agent. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Tyron. Yeah. Normally I will sum up with the words. It's called peace of mind. If anyone were to buy a policy, basically I think it goes the same for us. If you want to buy anything, we basically, because we don't have time for it, so I expect you to leave me with peace of mind. I expect you that you can count in for me lah. So it's not that I don't know or anyone don't know. Basically, there's no secret nowadays in Google. You just have to Google. You can have all the answer. But I have no time for it. So you make sure you take good care of me. You take notes of all the details. Then you'll be my preferred agent lah. Yeah, I will say that lah. Yeah, yeah. Anyone have anything to share? So, Adam, are you convenient now?
Hi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's good knowing. I think we can see that most of the claims are not the same, meaning to say that we have to cater for our clients differently, and also listen to their stories and also understand the situation before they can make their claim.
Yep.
So it's focused more on the service rather than the product itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, because product is seriously it's actually the same. Yeah, Derek, you good?
Yep.
So you're also going for checkup in Singapore? Yeah.
In Thailand.
Any feedback? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, quite interesting. I mean, I found out a lot of my questions were answered, and yeah, just learned a lot of new things.
Thanks. All right.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you.
Edwin.
Thank you. Okay, so before we go off, actually, Jin sent me some questions after last week's sessions. I feel it's good to bring it up. I know some of you may have the same thought, so I thought, yeah, we can just bring it up to discuss. Because to me, I'm very open. I don't think there's anything we cannot share. Of course, I asked his permissions. He asked, do you think that insurance agents are suitable for everyone? I mean, generally, most people, do you think it's really because personally, he don't really like direct sales, you know, or even can't really accept it lah. So what do I think? To be honest, my answer is no. Insurance is not for everyone. But I don't really relate it to sales. I will say insurance suitable for people who have heart for people. You must be interested in human being lah, I will say. Yeah. Share with you one of my experience. I have one agent who sell property. So when we training and when we do a lot of fact finding, she's not interested. She said, why have to ask so many questions? Just tell the product, want to buy lah. Why have to, know the person so well? It's like have to go into the person's life like that. Yeah, that is the point that I learned, that in this business you have to be interested in people lah. I mean, you look at the claim just now. That's my nature as well. I interested. Even today, imagine the training today. If my interest is about my product, my interest is about my business, I don't think you'll be interested as well. My thought is always about you. The stage is for you. The highlight is not on me. It's about what you can take home. So if you have an interest in people, then this will be the business. Yeah. So yeah, because sales, like I said at the beginning, any business also you have to sell. End of the day, you sell yourself. You sell yourself. You sell your charm. You sell your visions, and people buy into it. Yeah. Number two, do you have to remember all the clients' policy? Because Titus last week mentioned that many of the agent doesn't really understand what their client bought and end up cannot claim after hospitalized. Over here, we do have a system. We just have to punch in and then we can see all the coverage. So I don't really have to remember. And now it's so convenient with a phone, just punch in and I will know what are their coverage. And I said just now, I just need to know a few key points. Then I just advise them what to take note of. And for a review, normally it's more prepared lah. So over here, I'm using Google Drive. So also the same with my iPad. Any point I just have to log in, I will know the client full details, and then we'll discuss from there with them. So I don't really remember their policy details lah. Yeah. Number three, you mentioned that you will ask clients' previous policy to review. But have you found any client policy which have nearly perfect, everything covered, or there's always a point that client policy will be imperfect and have a space to improve, to upgrade? I do came across customers who have all close to perfect, don't have to upgrade. I do came across, but very, 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 very slim chance to have that. And that's about financial planning. I can cover a little bit. The perfect is not because the person is very rich. The perfect is because the person's commitment and expenses are very low. It's just like people say financial freedom. Imagine if you have a house, don't have to pay installment. You have a car, don't have to pay installment, and you spend at a very, very minimalist. Every month you only spend 1,000. Technically, you are financial free already. You only need 1,000 a month only. So same goes here. The person who are perfect is because of low financial commitment. But today's world, people are very, very tempted to spend more and more. So it's quite difficult for people to get perfection now. It's getting more difficult because people do business, do bigger and bigger, enjoy life better and better. So yeah, they are. But I just want to give you a picture of the person that is called perfect, or that I came across. are normally the, sorry to say, a bit odd one that is very, very savvy, very minimalist type of people. I would find that okay, yeah, you are quite well covered. Yeah, you should continue because you technically don't want to expand your finance. Yeah, that would be my point of view for financial review. And last one, you have friends to call, but what if the agent don't have much close friend that can call? Basically, like, no, my network is no good, I don't have friends. So should I make my own close friend networks? That means should I start to, I mean, basically it's a network questions. We will cover it in phase 2 about connections, because some of the words that you hear from Titus, Song, yesterday I introduced her as Song. He shared some words like deposit in emotional account, connection. So these are the things we will cover in phase 2 about how to slowly expand your networks. Yeah, because one thing I can assure you, the first rules over here is don't sell to your friend. Yeah, we don't sell to friends, they request for it. Yeah, so how to do that? That will be in phase 2 that we will talk about connections and network. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Jim. Thanks for your questions. I really love your questions. It shows really thinking. Yeah, I mean, that's what we should do when we want to start a business. We want to really think seriously about it. Yeah. Okay. Wow, 10:30 on time again. Okay, so great. Thank you very much, and thanks for your time. So if you have any questions, yeah, feel free to drop in the WhatsApp. So today's slide I already shared. Yeah, thank you very much. So, okay, thank you and good night. We'll see you next Tuesday, and Merry Christmas advance. Have a good holiday. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Kevin.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you,
Goodbye.
everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Happy holiday.
Happy holiday.